Hey guys, so today I'm not going to be doing a reacting video. Today I'm going to be doing kind of like a little story video. Basically, have you seen animation? Have you ever seen animation channels where it's like they tell stories and it's animated? Basically, that's basically what it's going to be. So, yeah. So this story I'm going to be telling is how I basically almost died 3 times. So this first story takes place when you learn to walk, like when you're 1 or something. I don't know. I was really, really young, like a little baby. And I was at my aunt's house, and there's this like little like it's almost like a driveway, but she has like gravel obviously in her driveway. But right before you get in the garage, like right before that, there is like this concrete, like just concrete square almost. Just a concrete square, like for I don't know, a little while before. And I was in this phase where I was still learning how to walk, so like I didn't really know yet. And for some reason, they were taking me, and my mom was there, and that we were like, they were teaching me how to walk, and we were just coming for a visit, so they decided to, keep teaching me how to walk, and I was kind of getting the hang of it, so they let me go. Not a smart idea. Don't let a child go when they're trying to walk, at least not on concrete. They did that. I got maybe like 3 steps, and then I fell head first on that concrete. And I don't remember, because you can't remember stuff till you're 3, and this obviously wasn't when I was 3, because by then I would hope I had some eye coordination. But yeah. So, oh my gosh, so laggy. Anyway, so basically I fell, and my mom always told me that it was the loudest cracking sound you've ever heard. So yeah, they thought I was gonna be like really hurt or something. I was actually fine, believe it or not. I think I was like crying or something. I don't know, but like it didn't there was no pain or anything. Yeah, I understand that someone was dying, but it could have been a very bad concussion. So yeah. Anyway, this next story takes place, I think, when I was like 6 or 7. So it was years later. And this one was actually like a life or death story. So I was at a carnival. You know how the carnival comes to town? Yeah, I was there with one of my friends, my childhood friends. Let's call him, for the purpose of the story, let's call him Jack. Let's call him Jack, because I don't probably think I should say his name in the video, but yeah. I'm not good at the storytelling thing. This is my first ever one I've done, so please have. And my video game's glitched. Whatever. So this is Jack. Anyway, so I went to the carnival, but it was just him, me, and his dad. None of my family were there. They trusted me, since this was like my best friend at the time, and it had been, to go with them. They weren't even a problem. So we went on these little how there are like 3 sets of seats on this one section, and those rides spin you around super fast. Yeah, if you've ever been to a carnival, you kind of have an idea what I'm talking about. There's usually always one of those kind of rides there. It was basically like that, but super fast. And I actually have memories of this one. So me and Jack were gonna ride alone, just sitting in that section alone. And then I was like, "Oh, do you want me to ride with you guys?" And we were like, "No, we're gonna be fine." I wasn't gonna be fine, but we said, "Yeah, we're gonna be fine." So we sat on the one in front of us. After this ride starts going, it's going for probably around 20 seconds. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fast, but it's not crazy. It's not that big of a deal. But then, since I was very skinny when I was little, like super little, I'm not saying I was short, but I was little. I was a thin little kid. So since, let's just say, my body slid under that bar, like the bar that's supposed to keep you, in, it only went down a certain amount, and my little bitty body was still down there, like, not even touching the bar. I was holding on. Thankfully, I was holding on. So I'm hanging there on the bar while the ride is spinning. Yeah. And I am just sitting there, hanging there, screaming. Because I didn't want to die. Because this thing, if you fall off a carnival ride, bro, you're going to die. It wasn't even a carnival ride that was the problem. It was my little body and the fact that that bar didn't go down far enough. Anyway, so eventually, 5 seconds after that happens, his dad notices, and then all I hear is, "Stop the ride!" Just screaming that for 30 seconds. I don't blame him, but luckily, thanks to Jack, he reached his way. So thanks to Jack reaching his hand out, I think I remember him saying, "Take my hand" or something. I don't remember. It was very dramatic at that time. But thankfully, I pulled up on his hand. He somehow had the strength, even with his little boy arms, he had the strength to pull me up. I was in that seat. I got his back, and I was telling his dad, who was still screaming, "Stop the ride." The guy hadn't even noticed yet, saying I was fine. And by the time I was finally up, I hear he's like, "Oh," and he stops the ride finally. And all I remember is once we got off, is two teenagers behind me saying, "That kid almost died." Nah, really? Almost like I couldn't tell that. Anyway, this last one happened a couple weeks ago. This one is kind of like the first one. I wasn't really gonna die, but I could have gotten hurt, the inside of my body. Alright, so I was at church, and they had this little Valentine's Day photo booth almost thing that where you just got in front of it and they would take your picture. And they were taking that down since, everybody was done after a week. And, nobody, since Valentine's Day was over, they're taking it down. There's balloons and they had helium in it. So a boy at my church, who I'm not even going to come up with a name for him, he got a couple of those balloons and he started sucking up helium, and it made its voice really squeaky, and it was funny, and we all wanted to do it. So I went over there to get a balloon. This is just leading up to the part. And all the little kids, they got balloons, not sucking the helium, just, getting balloons. And then the kid who had one, he had two, so we were going to give us one. He was like, "Nope." So anyway, thought I wasn't going to get to try it. He comes, he actually had it, he gave it to us. I don't really know, this isn't important. But we suck in helium, we're having a lot of fun with it. And then this guy who goes to my church, he has this nickname for me. And I'm not even going to say what it is, just because I'm not even going to come up with all the trouble for that. He just has this nickname for me, and I completely forgot what it was from. But I just got to go along with it now, because, it would just be awkward to tell him, I don't know what that is or something at this point. So, yeah. Anyway, he comes, he's hanging out. I kind of want to do it, because he's the kind of guy, it's funny, you get a laugh out of him, so I wanted to do that. I sucked in a ton of helium. My voice was so squeaky. And then all I remember was him laughing, and then everything just went blurry. I probably did the goofiest walk you've ever seen out of there, up against a wall in the hallway, and I was it literally felt like I was in a dream about to wake up, no joke. And when I probably after 10-15 seconds, started coming to my senses, I realized that I'm actually at church, and I just completely forgot what was happening at that point, because I sucked in so much helium. So, kids, it's not good. It's okay to suck in helium as long as you don't suck in a ton like I did. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my first ever little story. Maybe one day I can make animations for them. I don't really know, but yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming for this channel, so look out and subscribe if you want to hear more of them. Yes. Bye.